All right. We have our Patreon topic, Ian. And how you access the CU Podcast Patreon.
Patreon.com/CU Podcast. Celebratory seltzer.
So the topic that won out, we had 3 topics. What game, past or present, would Pat and Ian play competitively? Second place with 40% when I last checked. How much do repro labels reduce the value of a retro game? 11%, not that much interest.
That one's getting knocked out of the rotation.
But finally, after so many silver medals, ethics of YouTubers reviewing free retro gaming products is at 49%. Ian, take it away. What's your thoughts on YouTubers reviewing free retro gaming products?
I mean, I think it's kind of, it should be the responsibility of people who are respected in the retro gaming community to review these products and put out their 100% accurate opinions on them, so that we do not get garbage coming out that falls into people's hands. I think that by sending review products to these individuals for free, it also gets them into the hands of these people so that they can. Some people are not always going to buy these products to test out if they're uncertain by them or if they're from a new company or such. The issue is it can get very, very dicey. It can get very dicey very quick. I understand why it's done. I understand why people do it. And, you know, a lot of these products can be great, but it's tough to know when it's gone from... It's hard when you've gone from buddy. Like, it's easy to become friends with some of these people that you meet, and
people that develop these retro game consoles.
Yeah, it's easy to become sometimes friends with these people that you meet or you know, and even if you're reviewing it honestly, you know, you have to wonder how much of something is affected by how well you know someone. I have reviewed things that I have been comped for. I try to always mention if I bought a game or if I got it on a code when I review it. I have to. Yes,
you have to mention. If
something's given
you free.
Just, like I basically, you know, you have to differentiate that. What I want to say is I try to buy a lot of the stuff that I review because if you're paying for it, you're likely to be a much harsher judge of what you're reviewing,
or fairer at least.
Yes,
I think, and that goes for people that have gotten free game reviews. And that there's been even reviewers on websites that felt like they couldn't give too harsh a review because they wouldn't get future review codes, for example.
Right.
Or the website can no longer, you don't get a review code. You can't put out a review till the game comes out. And you're hurt by that. I think what's important to remember that is the retro game community is so much smaller. There's not a lot of, I guess, go-to retro game reviewers that people go to begin with. So if you have that stature already, it might be harder to give that up because it's so hard to get to there to begin with. So maybe you don't want to piss off Hyperkin or Retrobit.
Right.
I know some of the people that work for these companies. So when I come out and say the Retrobit Generations thing that came out last year was a disaster, I then had to see those people and talk to nice people that work for the company.
Yeah.
And yes, and sometimes they'll say, yes, that was bad. It was bad. We're going to improve it. But you don't know how that's going to be taken on the other side.
Sure.
You know, if you're trying to be honest with it. So yeah, you get into places where sometimes people that know each other create these products. You know, sometimes YouTubers themselves get into creating retro games, or they get behind the consoles and start doing that. So we're getting to some dicey relationship areas too when it comes to this stuff. A little incestuous at times. But you always have to tell whether or not you paid for an item. Or you don't have to say that, but if you get it for free, you got to say, I got this game for free.
Right, I guess.
Or I was paid to promote it. That's FTC. Yes. You have to do that. You have to be ethical. But the biggest complaint I have when it comes to seeing retro game reviewers getting stuff, and we've seen it for things that we've been critical of, and coincidentally, when we're critical of it, we're not given early access, but I've seen other YouTubers get it, was stuff that is in a legal gray area that I've seen. You probably know exactly which one I'm talking about because they've tried to come after me.
Yes, absolutely.
And so when we're pointing out that this stuff may not be legal, we're not just saying that for shits and giggles. We're saying that to protect the consumer. We're also making sure that you're not giving away your money to a product that may not eventually come out because legally it gets shut down by someone.
Right.
We're doing our due diligence. So if we're doing our due diligence to even say this might be a legal gray area, I expect other people in the retro gaming community to do the same due diligence. So I get annoyed when I don't see that.
Right.
With like, oh, I got this product early that's coming out, but I'm not going to say whether or not it's legal or not. Or either it's ignorance or they're ignoring the issue.
Yeah.
It's both ignorance. No, it's not ignorance. It's either pure ignorance or they know and
it's
they're
willful ignorance.
Willful ignorance or
whether the ignorance is willful or not.
Yes. Is there a word for non-willful ignorance versus willful ignorance?
Wilford Brignorance.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yes.
They should know. They should look into things.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's going to piss off the person that gave them the free product.
Yes.
That's an integrity issue.
And there we have it.
Did I say any more about that?
No.